First thing we've got on the agenda is to approve payment of bills. Everybody, I think everybody got emailed all those. We're starting to email them now. So that way it gives you all about a week to look at them. If you got any questions, you can call the respective agency and ask them, you know, because you might see something on there. The jail's got a lot of different ones that you'll see that you might not know what they are, but Jason can explain them. If you ever have any questions like that, the only thing you got to do is just call the respective department head, and they'll get going on that. So I need a motion and a second to approve that.
Make motion.
Motion by Darren, second by Neil. All in favor? Any opposed? Next, we have approved rehire list, which y'all got a list there of the rehires. We have to do that during the election cycle. Y'all got a list there of who all the rehires are. I need a motion and a second.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Damon, second by Neil. All in favor? Any opposed? Next, we have approved hiring Angel Hayes.
Did she get figured?
Yeah. As treasurer to a 4-year term, and we have to do that at the same time after each cycle, so need a motion and a second. Motion by Neil, second by Brian, all in favor? Any opposed? Next, we have an approved pay adjustment schedule, which y'all have a copy of that also, with the pay adjustments on the county order. Any questions, anyone?
Well, does he deserve it?
That's
the only question I have.
That might be the only one that don't, but I will ask that, since Dee Dee is actually on here, Dee Dee Whiteley, that Darren, you need to abstain from voting since it's your spouse, so I need a motion and a second to approve that.
Motion.
Motion by Tommy,
I'll say.
second by Damon, all in favor? All right. Next, we have approved magistrate appointments to fiscal court. What that was last month, I think it was December when we done it, wasn't it? We got, the auditor got with us, and for some of the pay that you all receive from the state, you actually have to be on not only the court, but you have to be on certain committees. And we have a road committee, a parks committee, and a construction buildings committee. And what you have to do is basically meet with each other about once a month and come in and I might ask you if, you know, how's the road committee's doing, you know, if y'all having any kind of issues with, you know, particular roads, and you would get with the road department supervisor and, you know, get with him, and if there's something big that's came up, you know, you do that. Construction committee, basically buildings and stuff that we have, if we're having any kind of construction issues, building issues, anything like that. Parks and Rec, same way with, like, we've only got this one park, we've got one in Clifty also, and the ag park. And we've been doing a lot of work down at the ag park too, so, you know, you just sort of try to keep up with what needs to be done and what's going on, that type of stuff.
I just like on the who you meet with, like on the parks. You meet with their committee too?
No, actually, you just go down there and get with Dustin Burnett's been down there at the ag park. He's been leasing that, you know, for the tractor pulls and stuff, which is actually a big draw for people through the summertime. So we've redone the bathrooms down there. Jason's guys went down there and redone the bathrooms. There's a lot more to it than what you think, it's not, you're not trying to reinvent the wheel or anything, you're just keeping up with some stuff that I might not be able to keep up with. You might get with, you know, Steve over at the park or something, and he might come up with a suggestion. Whoever's on the park committee might come up with a suggestion to make it a little bit better. And the ag part. Construction stuff, you know, it's pretty self-explanatory. The road stuff, it's pretty self-explanatory too. But we have to have you sit on these committees just simply because, I mean, it's statute for one, the KRS, that we have to.
You send a magistrate to the committee?
The two magistrates will be appointed to each committee, yeah. So, and you are the committee basically. And if something comes up, if someone comes into the court and has a issue with, say they come in and they have some type of major road issue, like we're wanting to, well, one in particular, Myrtle Grove Road, or want to take the curve out of Myrtle Grove Road. Okay, that would be something that I would tell the road committee that we need to, you all need to look at that, try to come to a resolve, try to find, something that we need to do with that. Any kind of basic day-to-day operations, no, you wouldn't really have anything to do with. But something major like that, it's good to have two heads instead of one sometimes. So with that being said, we need to appoint two of you to the road and two of you to the building, two of you to the parks. Now what I was thinking, and of course, like I said, this is up to you all. We got three on here that really knows a lot about building, and I was thinking about putting Tommy and Brian on the building committee. And because they've been building, of course, Robbie's done it too forever, so, as far as basements and that type of stuff. But, now, if y'all want to discuss it a little bit, see who wants to be on the road, who wants to be on the park and ride, so.
I'm fine.
I don't want to great idea.
Parks and Rec. Yeah, I'll take the park. Okay.
I'll take the road.
All right, well, we've got, we're going to appoint Robbie and Neil to Parks and Rec, and then we'll appoint Brian and Tommy to construction, building construction, and Damon and Darren will be over road. Right, and what you'll do, y'all will talk, at least once a month, and if there's nothing that you come up with, if you don't talk about anything, you just come back and say there's nothing to report.
Well, will people out in the county come to us too as a committee if?
Yes, and we'll probably send it to you.
Like
If there's some kind of major
roads or
issue.
okay.
Yeah, if there's some kind of major issue, we'll talk.
We'll
to you
get
about it.
questions from people.
Yep.
It won't only be us just talking about,
Yep.
okay.
Yep.
Issues will come up and,
Yeah, so, and we had to set the other magistrates on this, I think it was in December, the first meeting we had in December, might have been open. And the reason is the auditor came in and they said, how come nobody's on these committees? And, it never had been done, it was actually KRS, and we're supposed to have it done. So we went ahead and posted them on some committees.
He was talking about, back when I was mayor, before it was followed through.
Yeah, it's actually statute that's supposed to be done, so. Anyway, do we need to actually vote on that? Yeah, so, with Tommy and Brian being on the, of course, y'all abstain from voting because you're all actually the ones going on the committee, so. Tommy and Brian on the building committee, need a motion and a second.
I'll make it.
Motion by Damon, second by Darren, all in favor? All right, for Damon and Darren being on the road committee, I need a motion and a second. Motion by Neil, second by Brian, all in favor? All right, next we have Robbie and Neil being on the Parks and Rec committee. I need a motion and a second. Motion by Tommy, second by Darren, all in favor? All right. Next thing we've got to discuss here. Going to 2 meetings a month. The reason I tried to do this back whenever I first got here a year and a half ago, and they didn't really want to do that. The reason that it's important that we do it, and like I said, I'm open to discussion, but, and Jason, I'll let Jason chime in here too. We pay a lot of late bills. And
late fees.
yeah, and the reason is because we only pay one time a month, and we cannot pay a bill. If someone does some work, say we're having this meeting today, and you all just approve the payment of bills. If somebody does some work tomorrow, and we can't pay them until the 15th. So if somebody does some work on, say the 15th, and we just having one meeting, they don't get paid for 1 month. So, and we've had to run into some issues, and Jason can tell you a little bit more about it at the jail.
We have a lot of vendors at the jail, or through the jail. And we've been able to negotiate with some of them to not charge us late fees because they know they're going to get paid. But then there's some that you can't negotiate with. It is what it is. So going twice a month will give us time to adjust the due dates to fit in between each one of those, and we'll have those late fees.
I think it's a no-brainer.
I think
So I agree with that too, because it's not only, we don't want to pay the late fees, but it also makes it more friendly to the public to do business with us.
I agree with that.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah, so, I talked about some times, and I know they had some meetings it was at 11 o'clock when I got here, and I had them switch it to 4. And that way some people, could show up, and I know some of you've got, jobs that you have to go to, and this and that, and, I don't have a problem with leaving it at 4, and we thought we would go ahead and do it on the first and third Tuesday, of each month. Unless y'all got some other suggestions, and some of you might want to have it later. I mean, I don't have an issue with it, but
I'd like to bring, propose 1 hour later.
When the,
5.
I propose that, now that would be discussed.
Okay.
the big one will probably be the one with the bill pay, but it's just gonna be a real short, quick meeting.
Yeah, the way it's going to happen is I had talked initially about having a meeting like on the 1st of the month, and when we get moved in over at the old library, there's an actual conference room in there where we can have a court meeting. Because this agenda's going to get a whole lot smaller once we go to 2 meetings a month. So they'll actually go fairly quickly, because a lot of this stuff's sort of repetitive. I mean, it's bill paying and that type of stuff, so that's why we actually meet. I thought about having 1 meeting a month, and I talked with Darren and some of the other ones that happen at like 11 o'clock or noon. Well, I think it's sort of put everybody, they'd be like, which meeting is this? Which meeting is that? So I think we just need to keep them both at the same time, but understand, one of these meetings that we have, and we'll have to have them up here for now, but I'd like to start having one, and we'll have to vote on this later once we get this done, but I'd like to start having 1 meeting over there, because basically one of those meetings is just going to be to pay bills.
I was gonna say is, I was gonna ask that question, so one of them, that's all we're gonna do is just have that meeting for paying bills.
It's something might come up. I mean, there might be something else on
I mean,
this.
it ain't gonna be like just to the complete account, like anybody can go and come up, bring up anything you want to.
Well, yeah, you can, they still can. Yeah, they still can, so.
Now, basically still the same type of meeting.
Yeah, and it'll just be just a little on a smaller scale. Like I said, the agenda's it's gonna shrink once we go to 2 meetings a month. Because we're gonna be able to separate it a little bit too, so.
And I've talked to a lot of people out the county, they would prefer 2 meetings a month. It gives them more of an opportunity to bring forth their ideas and so forth.
Well, we're about the only county in the state that don't have 2 meetings a month.
I was in the space of our counties to do.
As far as I'm concerned, Tuesday sounds great, and whatever time y'all wanna do it, it doesn't matter to me.
Or-
I know some people gotta work 5 o'clock.
I really, it would help me. I know it's not here to help me.
But it don't matter if y'all want to 6
that.
o'clock.
Yeah, but you gotta.
And you know, some of the working people, if they did want to come to a meeting, that would give them an opportunity to have a
Right,
part.
and that's what I wanted to change it to, because I had a lot of people say that they couldn't come and sit in on the meetings. Well, a lot of people's working. And so, it doesn't bother me. I don't care. I usually don't get home till 8, 9 o'clock at night anyway, so I don't care. So, it's whatever y'all want to do. If y'all say 5 o'clock, I'm game for 5 o'clock. So.
We could try.
Yeah, I think we can change it, but like I said, and later on, when we get the building, complete over there, we'll end up having, we have to vote on it and put it in the minutes that we're gonna have, maybe the first meeting here, and then the third Tuesday will be over there. So, and of course, it's, you can walk over in 40 seconds, so it's not that big of a walk, so. All right, everybody in agreement to that? Let's, vote on that motion. I need a motion and a second to go ahead and approve to having 2 meetings a month for Grayson County Fiscal Court on the first and third Tuesday of every month, and that time being at 5 o'clock. Motion by Darren, second by Tommy. All in favor? Any opposed? All right. We've got the court audit on there, fiscal court audit. We're actually going to wait on that until the 15th, the meeting of the 15th. And I think we've got an exit audit, coming up on Friday, right? So, next we have accept public officials bonds for 2019. Has anybody got any questions on that, what that is exactly? Any discussion? Everybody has to be bonded, all county officials. All right, need a motion and a second to accept that.
Make a motion.
Motion by Brian, second by Damon, all in favor? Any opposed? All right. Next, we have approved to advertise bid for 2 dump trucks.
I'm sorry, y'all, I'm going to. Please forgive me. I'm not smart enough to operate a telephone.
We need approved to advertise bid for 2 dump trucks. Just so y'all know what's going on with the road department, but I can throw this in here, is we, over the past year and a half, we've accumulated quite a few new pieces of equipment and newer equipment, better equipment, and our dump trucks are in really bad shape. They was bought through the state. Some of y'all probably come down there and seen them. One of them is about to rust through. And they was bought through the state a few years ago. And of course it was wore out when we actually got it. But I've got with Angel, and I've done got some bids on some of these trucks, and I pretty well know what we're going to be looking at. But to do this like we're supposed to, we've got to advertise the bids, and then basically we don't have to take the cheapest bid. We can take which one we think better suits us. But just to be on a level playing field with everybody, I just want to go ahead and advertise for bids and let everybody bid on it that wants to bid on it, and we'll go ahead and go from there.
Will we have a spec sheet on that so people know what to
Yes,
do this?
yes. I've already spec'd them out because I really wanted to know what I was getting, what we was going to do. So, and
Bid's not always the best.
right. So
Yeah, there's several different types of GVW ratings on those trucks and frames and suspensions and stuff like that'll take a lot more abuse, like a severe duty type truck.
Even researching truck like.
well, the guys has already done that down there, because what I've done is I told them I'm not going to drive the truck, they are. So they sort of looked at them already, and got a pretty good idea of what they would like and what they'd like to have, but we still have to go through the process of actually bidding the truck. So
Yeah, they would know in the.
just so you all know what's going on, with it. So, and they should clean us up down there pretty good. So, they've got a whole lot better equipment. Guys, going on with it. So.
It looks better out front, even.
Yeah, exactly. So I need a motion to approve to advertise for bids for 2 new dump trucks. Motion by Tommy, second by Darren, all in favor? Any opposed? Okay, next we have approved to retire jail's canine. Jason, you want to?
Yeah, we have a drug canine at the jail we've had for several years now. And it's basically aging out of service. It's just getting so old that it just doesn't, it can't function as well as it used to when it was younger. So I'd like to just retire it and get off the jail's insurance and all that stuff. I'm not looking at replacing it. The sheriff's office has a dog now, so we can have them come out anytime that we need them to. I've already worked that out with Norman. So basically, I just want to retire the dog. The only thing I do want to request is that the animal be allowed to eat as a pet.
That's what I'm gonna do.
That's correct.
The only other thing we can do with it is donate it to another agency or take it to the shelter, which we don't want to do that.
No, not at all.
It's not going to do anybody else any good, so I'd like to just retire it and let the family keep it.
And I'm sure somebody wants to eat.
It's getting to where it's more of an expense than more benefit for them. So the older it gets, the more that's going to happen. So,
Any other discussion on it? Need a motion and a second. Motion by Robbie, second by Brian, all in favor? Any opposed? All right, before we adjourn, I just want to say, this is different. It's a whole different bunch of faces. Jeremy, welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Leo, Brian, Damon, everybody, Charlotte. It's
Brand new.
brand new, everybody knows. Jason's the only old face in here.
Angel's got seniority.
Yeah.
She can call. Oh, okay, Jason.
Yeah, Jason got seniority over everybody, so, need a motion and a second to adjourn.
I'm like, motion with you.
Motion by Brian, second by Aaron, all in favor?